As a business owner, you want to make sure that you are showing up at the best version of yourself as often as possible. And as a CEO for yourself and for your team, you want to make sure that you are leading by example. But there is going to be times you're going to feel burnt. There's going to be times where your energy is going to be depleted and you're not going to be as motivated to show up as the best version of yourself. This is where this one strategy that I'm going to share with you today really comes in handy. Hey, my name is Jesse Eker and I'm the CEO and founder of Build Your Brand Online. And today I want to share with you a single strategy that I've used over the last decade to help me get back when I'm not in the flow that I'm normally in, or not being as creative, or feeling like I'm just getting bogged down by being connected at all times. Here's the deal. When you are working online and you obviously building your brands online, you are connected a lot of the time, where you are showing up, you're working on a computer, or you're connecting with people on social media, or you're doing research through internet and doing finding people through social media and stuff like that. You start to get drained by all the messages you see, what everyone's doing, the creativity of like going down different rabbit holes of your business. And then you have the day-to-day business of what you're doing. And over time, you just get into a state, if you're not continuously working on it, into a state where you're just not as fresh as you would be, like, let's just say when you come back from like a vacation or something like that. Now, I know for some people, when they come back from vacation, they're freaking out because they haven't set themselves up and they have to like catch up, right? But today I want to share with you a single strategy that I use on a continuous basis, and I want you to be able to use it yourself. It's super easy to do, and what it does is it gives you a little bit of a reset so that you do get to come back really quickly, really fast, and really get into the flow really often. Now, there's nothing like having your own daily routine or your daily disciplines that are gonna help you keep your state stable, where you're gonna get yourself in the flow. So whether that is doing your walk and your meditation, if that's something that you do, or a workout, or something that keeps you in the routine of priming yourself up and ready for the day, that's something that I totally recommend doing on a daily basis. But again, even if you do that on a daily basis, there comes a time where you're just not feeling it, right? There's some times where I'm just like, oh, I'm on fire today. And sometimes, and could be multiple days where I'm just like, I can't get it together. Like, why is this taking me so long? And that's just, the day-to-day stuff of your life and your business and possibly your family and your other responsibilities. And there could be high times and low times, and there's a million different things going on. So this strategy is gonna help you no matter what situation you're in. This is gonna really help you give that reboot right when you need it, okay? So it's called a digital detox, and we call it unplugged time. And unplugged time is where we're unplugged from our business and unplugged from our devices. What that really means is that we need to take control of what we are doing and really do a digital detox with what we're experiencing. And the digital detox and unplugged time basically can be, a day, it can be a weekend, it could be a week. It's just the fact of you unplugging for a full at least 24 hours to reboot yourself and just connect to outside world instead of your phone world, okay? And here's why this works so well. One of the things that you'll find, especially if you have an iPhone or any type of phone that you use apps continuously, is that you are unconsciously checking these apps and unconsciously going into these places, even if you don't really necessarily want to. And because your attention span is so limited and you're so used to doing it on a habitual level, you'll find yourself doing it. So the essentials of what you need to do this digital detox and to take this unplugged time is really simple. Number one is you gotta pick and choose the times you wanna do this. Now, you do this in advance because you need to prepare for it mentally and physically, but mentally, so that you're coming up to it. You can't just be like, okay, today's the day. And you could, you totally could, but my best advice is prepare for it, right? You wanna make sure that there's gonna be no disruptions. You wanna make sure that you are fully engaged in what you're doing and you're fully committed to it. So you can do this at home, where you can take 24 hours to a weekend. And what you do is you simply sign out of everything that you normally are signed into. So for me, that's Facebook, Instagram, the Messenger, YouTube, all the social medias, my email, definitely signing out of my email, my Slack, which is my communication with my team, and then my project management, which is like tasks that I need to do. I sign out of all of those things. Those are my main components of what I sign out of. And then I'm not getting really any notifications to my phone. That's really huge right there. And that's already gonna be massive. And what you'll find is that you'll start feeling less anxious, you'll start feeling less busy, you'll start feeling a little more just free. And for a lot of people, you're not more than 5 feet away from your phone at all times. So when this is happening, you'll actually find that you'll be leaving your phone around and feel like just like a little bit like you're focus on the outside world way more than focus like on what's going on, and that makes you feel instantly better. Now, the longer that you can do this, the better and more results you're going to get, but 24 hours is a great start. So if you can start with at home, 24 hours, go for it. You can also do a weekend, full weekend, and that feels really good too, because then you come back Monday morning, turn everything on, and it's usually just notifications and stuff like that. Now, if you do some weekly planning on the weekends, then start it on the weekend at the end of the weekend. Anyways, this is a great way to get yourself into a reboot mode. Now, another thing is I like to go away with my wife. And so what we do is we go on these mini unplugged trips, we call them. And what it is obviously we still bring our phone because we have a son, and we want to make sure that, you know, we're able to still, if emergency, get a hold of us, but we do sign out before we get there to all the different devices, okay? And you know, one of the things that we do is we bring a journal, and we bring a book that's not gonna make us think about like business or anything else other than, you know, contemplating, you know, maybe some personal growth, or maybe it's something fiction even, but we are going to take this time to really dig deep into experiencing the world the way it is. So we'll go to a place that's like maybe a wellness or something like more health related, where we can hike, where we can enjoy food, where we can like sit on a beach, where we can like do something where we get to just experience nature. And you can do this wherever you want, but this is like what we end up doing. And then we really dive deep into deep conversations with each other, where we're you know, taking a topic that we want to talk, and we dig deep into it, and we just have a meaningful conversation. Now, one of my favorite ways to do this is there's something you can buy online called Table Topics, and they come in these cards. And you can basically pick a couple cards for your evening, and you can just talk about it. And they're really basically probing questions that you can, you know, talk about that you normally don't talk about. Now, me and my wife have been together for almost 15 years now. And so, you know, we kind of know everything about each other. So when we get these conversations going, and these new things, it's unreal how the conversation flows much deeper than just surface level, like how was your day and stuff like that. It's an amazing way for you to connect with your partner or connect with people around you without having to be on your phone necessarily, because most of us are so used to, you know, being on our phone. When our partner or someone goes to the bathroom, we're like checking our stats or doing all these other things. And this is a really great way for you to just look around and experience life, right? So experience the lens outside of you instead of the lens in your phone, okay? And so it's really as simple as that. Now in the morning, we do at least is we set an intention for the day as far as what we'd like the morning to be. We'll do a little bit of flow workout or whatever it is. An exercise is kind of a must for us. We're big exercise people, so that we do an exercise, whether that's a walk, whether that's actually in a gym, or whether that's like something that we're just doing like a yoga class or something like that, like a stretch, we'll do that. And then we just enjoy our day. At the end, we'll do a reflection where we think about, you know, what was one of our most treasured moments of the day? What was our biggest win from the day? What did we enjoy most from the day? And we really think about what has happened that day, and we talk about it, or we will journal about it and reflect on it. And that just makes you feel so grounded and so centered and so even with what your life is. And you really get this new, you know, energy and vibration going on for you that makes you actually feel more aligned and more in the flow for when you get back to work. So It's my recommendation that you do this a minimum every 90 days. I've been doing it at least once a month over the last little bit, whether that's just on the weekend or actually going away. We could try to go away every 90 days, but with the current atmosphere of what's going on, and also with babies coming in, it hasn't been so easy to go ahead and do that, but we definitely make sure that we take our time and do some digital detox and unplugging throughout the month and throughout the year. So give it a shot. The easiest way to do this is by just simply putting a date in your calendar and saying, this 24 hours or this weekend, I'm gonna unplug. It's my unplug time. And if you really want to, bring your spouse with you or get someone else on board with you, because it's so nice to have someone to connect with who's not buried in their phone throughout the day. And you know, I'm saying that that's me. Like I am like on social media or, you know, on my phone. And unfortunately, I have a mini addiction to this thing because I'm just on it so often, right? So it's weird not being on it. So all you need to do is book a date, commit to it, and show up for it, and make sure you log out before the days go so that you're not tempted to go back in, and watch your mood, energy, and alignment and flow skyrocket to the next level. So if you're a business owner, I highly recommend this. If you're a normal human being, I recommend this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments below, what was your biggest takeaway today? And if you have committed to doing an unplugged day, what's the date that you are gonna go ahead and do this? Talk to you soon. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention, and it's an honor to see you learn and grow. Bye for now.